So, good evening, everyone. Hope so I am visible and audible to all. Let me check. Um, am I audible and visible to all? Uh, Hello. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just let me check. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Just let just let's start today's lecture. So, hope so my screen is also visible to all. All the things are visible. Hello Adi, hello Maheen, happy Anni. Chalo, let's start here. So, what's today's topic? Anyone knows what's the today's topic? I want to know, like everyone knows the today's topic. Hello. So, what is the topic today? XSS. ये spelling गलत है यार. Introduction. So yeah, today's topic is cross-site scripting. So I just want to show you some things related to it, like why the injection attacks are still there. Like you will see, everyone I think knows the OWASP. Like I hope that everyone knows what is OWASP. So yeah, if anyone know, the cross-site scripting is a attacking or defense. Like if anyone says you are doing the cross-site scripting attack, so is it attacking the thing or a defensive part? To answer a few questions. Start lecture from beginning. One thing. Uh, Next thing, attendance will be pinned at 7:45 p.m. Second, third, certificate will be provided only to those whose attendance is like 5 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, it's a attacking part, not defensive, not defensive. We will see how to defend the cross-site scripting, but itself cross-site scripting is the attacking task. Okay, wrong, wrong. It's a attacking thing. We will learn defensive things. Like defense to cross-site scripting is not that easy. We will learn that defensive thing, but cross-site scripting is the attacking part. Okay, sure. Nice. Uh, Forget these things. I was just searching about the thing. So yeah, OWASP top 10. We will see the OWASP top 10. This is like the most used vulnerability. So like this is always. I think 5 years down attacks. So ejection attacks doesn't lose its glory. Like it's still there. And the cross-site scripting is an injection attack. We will see the injection attacks. Like you will see. Some of the more common injection attacks are these. Cross-site scripting is also a part of the injection attack. Like sometimes you can implement the MySQL query. Sometimes you can just change the link part, the IDOR things, like this parameter. I recently done it on my college. So yeah, like the basic cross-site scripting in the HTML part. injections. So these things are like still in the glory. They will never lose their glory. Like you will see, it might be to the third place, but it's still in the top 10. Now, that's the beauty of the cross-site scripting. And the reason why the cross-site scripting is more, let me check my, uh, I think, let me check. Let me check. Yes, I just want to know, am I audible and visible to all again? Just I change the few things. Just leave that part. Tell me, am I audible and visible to all? Just leave that part. Tell me, am I audible and visible to all? I just forgot to change the VPN part. I just know it now. So my internet speed will be better now. I just forgot that I was working on the VPN thing. I just disconnected it. Okay. Yes, sir, and audible and visible. So if anyone points like I'm not, how many activity point will get? How will we get certificate? I told it. See lecture from starting. Yes, sir, audible and visible both. So nice. Let's work with the previous thing. Is there any way to see comments? Show comment on stage, but no. Let's see comments on stage. Anyone comment? No, no, no. This thing doesn't work. Very good. So yeah, I was saying that it doesn't lost its glory. It's still in the top 10 things, and it's amazing. So cross-site scripting will never, I think, lose this glory. So let's like there is a famous quote, like many company intentionally don't allow. Sorry, no. Sir, will this lecture will be unlisted? No, no, no. They will not unlist it. So let's again come to it. Like you will see, so what for the cross-site scripting, to understand the cross-site scripting first, we want to know what is the injection attacks. So where the injection attacks are prominent, like where you can do the injection attacks. Uh, I'm asking the question where you can do the cross injection attacks. I'll see. I will randomly open the ARP port. So here, the input fields are the things where the cross-site scripting works. Yeah, it's a lot more difficult than it because we have to completely again check, recheck. There is a nested loop thing. We have to say it again, again, again. Is it working, not working? We have to see which parameters are following on that part. Like till which mark the regex is working. Anyone know regex? Regex. Input field prime is right. Tech life, sorry, there are many people who are from outside of India, so I can't speak like they will not even the North Indians doesn't South Indians are little bit uncomfortable with English. Server name, no, no, no. Input fields, yeah. Input fields are the fields where the regex works. So, like here, the regex will work here, the regex will work here. Like the injections will be targeted on the input fields. So, there are many ways of the cross-site scripting we will learn. Like with the time, like the 4 days lecture will be less for the part, but I will try my best to explain it. Okay. So, let's continue with the cross-site scripting part. Earlier might be there with some visibility issues because I have forgot to disconnect the VPN because Hack the Box needs VPN to play with. So I was doing some module now. Modules in progress module. There was a module process scripting I was doing now. Yeah. So let's go with the cross-site scripting. Everyone excited? I think you know what is regex. Uh, regex. What is regex? So regex is a like sanitization of the input, like till what way we filter out the things, like it is filtering the input fields. Like some input field will not allow the star, some input will not allow the exclamation, some will not allow some scripting things, some keywords are not in the filtered. Like these keywords will be filtered. So yeah, it's a tricky part where the things work. Okay, one equal to one. It's not some like the lame thing. It will not work. Use of regex. So I leave it regex. Not so important for you now. So as the web application, like the websites, become more advanced and more common, so do the web application vulnerabilities. So I in the some lectures I explained about the ports misconfiguration vulnerabilities, like the file transfer protocol might be vulnerable to it, and many more. So the cross-site scripting will never lose its glory. Like I'm just opening the thing here. The cross-site phishing attacks are type of injection in which malicious scripts are injected into otherwise beginning and trusted websites. Cross-site scripting attacks occurs when the attacker uses a web application to send the malicious code, generally in the form of browser-side script, to a different end users. Flaw the, like I will try to explain it in simple words. Like in the input field, they are normally for the login data, but the thing is, they works in the code. Like there is a code. Just mindset. There's some flaw here. So the thing is, like there is sometimes the input like any code that is like your password, if it is gone into the code structure itself, and we somehow change that thing to execute something else, like instead of validating the password, it shows it shows the database things, like what's inside the database. So the misconfiguration, you can say that thing is doing something which is not normally gonna happen. I hope I have please explain the main goal of the session, sir. So long form, yeah, in the short, yeah, you can start the box. So in this, the first 3 days will be go with the how to perform cross-site scripting, which operating system you are using, uh, Pop OS. I'm doing something like it will leave it. Unable to understand anything, it's normal for the beginners. Sometimes it takes time, so I will try to explain to you early. Like you, uh, can you, in which year of engineering you are? Is this Arc OS? No. Is the, like I want to show. Okay, I will go with the first. Okay, I will go with the. I think I need help of the Lord. ChatGPT. I need him. Mhm. Just wait for a few seconds. I want to explain you something, so I need some code. I will tell him to make that code because I didn't create it. Everyone know his C language? I hope these are like a very basic part. Everyone should know the C language. I am assuming you have a little bit of knowledge of C language. I hope. I hope. I hope. Okay, so yeah, everyone is from engineering. Simple code to detect, to validate password, and allow sensitive data. So I will make some changes here. You will see. Okay, it gives some Python code, no problem. So you are seeing this code. So it's a little bit of secured code, like everyone see. Sensitive data is your bank account number is this. Normally, if the password is correct, only and only if the password is correct, then you should see this. Okay. Is this thing correct? I hope everyone understand. If your password is correct, you will see this information only and only if. So what he has done, like he has created a password detection validation function. If length is less than 8, that's the first checkpoint for him. If not, research, like again search, if the it belong to A to Z. It should belong small a to Z. It should have 0 to 9. It shouldn't have these special characters. And two, this is the some sort of regex. But just assume. I know I'm not saying this is not like you will input the password here. So instead of entering the password here, if someone added a line breaker in form of this, and somehow it can simply some code like some HTML or Python code like print uh, sensitive data. Okay, if someone did it now, and I think no, anything else is not required. So if when someone did this in Python, like if we put it here, it will work. Like it will instead of checking the password, it will print the sensitive data. So here some defensive steps can be taken. Instead of simply writing the variable name as sensitive data, we can change the variable name to something else which the user doesn't know because this code is in server side. No one knows it. Like we don't know this code. Like attacker doesn't know this code. It just makes some assumptions like it will be sensitive data. So copy and print this. So did you understand that part? I hope everything is understandable to all. Understood, sir. Understood. Harleen, did you have any doubt? Sayed, Parth, Manjeet, Abhita. Sir, I'm unable to join the WhatsApp community of the bootcamp. May you help me with that? Rupa, you can ask the DevTown support for it. Like the person who is sending you the messages is generally responsible for all those things. Yes, sir. Sir, एक बार वापस बता दीजिए. Okay, I will explain it again. If someone, this is a something little bit advanced, you can say a little bit not for beginners part. Generally, coding guys doesn't take this as important. But if this thing was not there and someone did it, someone put the password as this. So just assume it is here. So instead of validating the password, it will print the sensitive data. Like it will go to any of the things and it's yeah, it says granted print this part. So somehow using the some Python expressions or something to do, we can easily manipulate that thing. So that's where the cross-site scripting works. Like the normal, we have not putting some normal input fields. Instead, we are putting some script to run there. And there are many tools to do it. Okay, hope so. It is understandable to all. It will be 1 hour session, 45 minutes remaining. Sir, ये बार theoretical बताइए. Sir, ये बार I didn't understand you, Riti, what you were saying. Sir, what's your LinkedIn profile not gonna share? Script? Yeah, it's a simple XSS script. Like some, it doesn't work. Although, okay. Sir, I think for a few minutes after the class and the live stream. Sir, थोड़ा हिंदी में बताइए. No. Sorry. I like it should be understandable to all. Yes, sir. Code labs. So can you show practical? Yeah, I will show practical. And like there are many websites to do it. XSS Red. Like the famous YouTuber cross-site scripting. So there are many repo for that. The thing you can do it. Like I forgot this person has also the course on Udemy. Like leave it. I'm like he's a like the cross-site scripting king of the industry. He's the cross-site scripting. Let's move forward. Sir, is it related to DevOps? No. If related to DevOps things about come how to provide attendance. You will as a pass how a password protected and expenses. There are many ways, no? Like cryptography works, regex works. There are many things. Guys, hold let's tell you line by line clearly. Yeah, yeah. Wait a bit. Like I haven't started the cross-site scripting. So yeah, you understand. In the inputs, we simply put some code which gives some information which is generally it's not to be here there. Yeah, look. Okay. So typically web application work by receiving the HTML code from the backend server and rendering it into client-side intent browser. This thing like it should be ultra clear to all. Like there is some HTML code in the server side, it renders into our browser, and that thing works. When the vulnerable web application does not properly sanitize the user input, malicious user can inject extra JavaScript code in the input field. Example, comment, reply. So one another user views the same page, unknowingly execute the malicious JavaScript code. Cross-site scripting vulnerabilities executed on the client side and hence do not directly affect the backend servers. That's why it's a very much famous thing to do because in many cases, like if I do some buffer overflow attack, it will highly affect the server because I am testing the capabilities of the server. If I do the DDoS attack, it will highly affect the servers. It is affecting the server directly. But in the cross-site scripting, the funniest or you can say the most prominent thing is that generally 99% of the time the cross-site scripting works on the client side part because the whole HTML, CSS, JavaScript or any code that is website like this is the website which is made. The whole code is rendered into my browser and that executes. So the good part is we can ask the server to give something which is not generally provided to the user. Okay, I hope anyone know how to get certificate attendance full perform. Can't able to understand. Okay, let's go with the flow. I will try to explain to I am no these things takes time. So prime I am in English. So let's go with the flow. Like actually, cross-site scripting is not started yet. It's I am not even starting. I want to just explain the how the things works. For now, the only thing you need to understand is just one thing. Like there is a input field. There we can run our own code. That's all. Just this thing you need to understand. So cross-site scripting are solely executed on the client side. Point number one, they are executed on the client side, hence do not directly affect the backend server. They can only affect the users executing the vulnerability. Like I am the only one who can get execute like the vulnerability can be done. The direct impact of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities on the backend servers may be relatively low, but they are very common found in the web applications. The cross-site scripting is never gonna lose the glory. So to equate the medium risk, low impact plus high probability is equal to medium risk. That's the general definition of cybersecurity. Like the impact should be low, probability should be high. It's a medium risk, which we should always attempt to reduce the risk by detecting, remedying, and protectively preventing these types of vulnerability. So it is a general chart which is like the famous thing in cybersecurity, like the low and low accept, low and high transfer, probability, probability, like so probability is low and the impact is also low. It's always gonna accept. If the probability is high and impact is low, reduce it. No, nothing gonna happen. If the probability and impact is also high, then avoid it. So that's the thing where we have to work. Avoid it. So cross-site scripting. Let's start with the cross-site scripting attacks. Just wait for a second. So let's continue with this. Okay, cross-site scripting part. Cross-site vulnerability can be facilitated a wide range of attacks, which can be anything that can be executed through browser JavaScript code. A basic example of a cross-site scripting attack is having the target user unwittingly send the session cookies to the attacker's web browser. Okay, you have to understand these things. A basic example of a cross-site script attack is having the target users unwittingly send their session cookies. Anyone know session cookies? Like this is how you clear the session cookies. What are the session cookies? Session cookies are small bytes of data, not bytes exactly, but small data which which contains the valuable information about the user. So it always beneficial to give the cookies, but sometimes some sort of website is also take some user info and manipulate that, leave that part. Across, let's focus on the cross-site scripting thing. Generally, anyone know how the website works? What are the three main things if you want to create our credentials stores in a browser? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, our credentials stored in the browser. Nearly not credential, our info. Sir, why use cross-site scripting on this 5-day bootcamp? Jurek, it's not related to DevOps. Yeah, DevOps session will be likely to be taken. I'm also thinking to take the DevOps section. Sir, how will the team know if you have attended the class? I will share the attendance link. So, the journal website is made from the three things. Number one, HTML. Another two things you should tell in the chat. What are the major things from where the website works? Anyone here who knows the how the website works? Like, what are the three main languages which are taken to make a website? Journal, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Job, exactly. So, so the thing is, HTML is just a structure. CSS is a style. JavaScript is the way the main glory works. Like the what things should behave, like these all things. So we gonna work with the JavaScript part. Okay. So, like changing the user's password to a password of the attacker's choosing. Another example of having the target browser execute API calls that lead to the malicious action, like changing. Leave that part. It's not related to cross-site scripting. As a cross-site scripting attacks executes JavaScript code within the browser, they are limited to browser's JavaScript engine. So, I will. What is browser's JavaScript engine? Anyone knows? So that's JavaScript. You can say the JavaScript compiler. You gonna say yeah. You can say it's the JavaScript compiler. These are the things that are sanitized by my web browser. So like the simple thing alert. It's an alert function. So it will create an alert. So yeah, you can see this thing is a self cross-site scripting. It is generally. So the cross-site like you should know the cross-site scripting attacks JavaScript code within the browser. Like in the browser, we will do it. because the code, the input field generally works with the JavaScript. Like it will take the input, it will go to the JavaScript code, uh, put that input there, and we'll see if the code will work or not. So the things are generally limited to the browser's JavaScript engine. Example, V8 in Chrome, they can't execute system-wide JavaScript code to do something like system-level code execution. So whatever the version of the JavaScript is you're working on, the like, I will say him to find what are JavaScript versions for different browser. So let's see what are the different yeah. Like these are the standards from the Chromes. Like you can see there's the version 11 point plus 17. Firefox uses some high versions. Chrome uses 60 plus. So generally the cross-site scripting should be seen. If it is available in this version, it will go good. So we should check for the 2024 partial 116, 115. They are this person Safari. So yeah, these are the things which we have to like the sim- sorry. Sorry for the disturbance. Facing. Okay, I think it should be comfortable to all. Like what I was saying, if the input field is working on your JavaScript engine, you should know. No, no, no. Sayed, inspect element will not help in that. Sir, will you also tell us about man in the middle attack? Okay, I will tell. So, see, the thing I was uh, focusing on was that. So please do practical better understanding. Sachin, these type are question are normal. You will not understand the even a single penny if I did a practical now. The reason is simple. Without theoretical knowledge, because I have to explain too many things. Like you will go like jack of all things, master of none part. So simply stick to basics, go step by step. I am explaining very important point. The code which you should run on your engine should be validated with the JavaScript version that is working on your browser. Okay? Yeah, JOP is right. Okay. So okay, sir, got it. Rajkumar Rajan. Yes, sir, got it. Sure. Nice. So let's like this leave it. I will explain it. In the modern browser, they are also limited to the same domain of the vulnerable website. Nevertheless, being able to execute JavaScript in a user's browser may still lead to the wide variety of attacks, as mentioned above. In the addition to this, if a skilled researcher identifies a binary vulnerability in a web browser, example heap overflow, like this was a famous for the Chrome, like Chrome fixed it, like they can utilize a cross-site scripting vulnerability to execute JavaScript code exploit on the target's browser, which eventually break out of the browser sandbox and executes the code on the user's machine. So let's understand this better. It's the most important thing. Like you have understood till part, like it depends on the version. So what he was saying is that it like what is sandbox environment? Sandbox is like totally isolated. So the containerization works. So if some person finds the heap overflow vulnerability, like the containerization will be broke. And that way they can utilize the cross-site scripting vulnerability. It's like take one vulnerability if they're taking help of another vulnerability. Okay. Heap overflow, you don't need to know about it. Like it simply it breaks the containerization. Cross-site scripting may be found in almost all modern web applications and have been actively exploited for the past decades. as well as known as cross-site texting, is a semi-worm. Okay, I will explain what is semi-worm is. Semi is also known as JSPerco, is a cross-site scripting worm that designed to propagate across the social media networking sites MySpace by Sami Kamkar. Within just 20 hours of it, October, this 1 million users had to run the payload, making the semi fast spreading virus at all times. So this was the thing which was done by him. Yeah, like I will copy that thing. You can easily research about it. Okay, I will, Suryansh, I will take care of this time. I was also thinking like, but sure, I will take care of this part. Sorry. So let's work with cross-site scripting thing. So in 2014, a security researcher accidentally identified and cross-site scripting vulnerability in the Twitter's TweetDeck dashboard. That vulnerability was exploited to create the self-retweeting tweet in the Twitter, which led to the tweet to the retweeted more than 38,000 times under 2 minutes. Eventually, it was forced Twitter to temporarily shut down the TweetDeck, where the and if someone uses the Twitter now, you will know these things like what is TweetDeck. This one, to this day, even the most prominent websites application in having cross-site scripting vulnerability that can be exploited. Even Google search engine page had multiple cross-site scripting vulnerability in the search bar. The most recent was in 2019 when a cross-site scripting vulnerability was found. Even the Google in 2019, which was in the glory days, the king of good times, a cross-site scripting vulnerability was found in the XML library, where furthermore the Apache server, the most common Apache most common used servers on the internet, once reported a cross-site scripting vulnerability that was being actively exploited to steal users' password. So this is how the cross-site scripting is the world famous kings. If you see a bug bounty and there is a uh, not like the cross-site scripting is not allowed. Assume if you have some website or you can say bug bounty part and their cross-site scripting is not allowed, it will filter out the 40% of the industry, not less, not more. Even I think the 40% is the industry will be wiped out. The three main types of cross-site scripting is stored, like in the data. Most critical types of vulnerability is like which give the stored database data at the on the backend database and then display upon retrieval. Example, you put some code which takes some values from the user's database. So that's something the stored part is. Reflected non-persistent occurs when the user input is displayed on the page. Like type something, user input will be displayed like the alert part. DOM based, leave it. DOM is like little bit advanced topic. I will explain in the third day. So we have completed a module. Yeah, you will get a project at the fifth day. We usually give the project. Okay. Yeah, probably you will get the project. Okay. We will project at the end. Yeah. Bye bye. There are many modules. It takes time. Don't care about it. Okay. Uh, Let me check the quality. Okay. Okay. PDF is generally provided at the end or the middle of the sir. Is cybersecurity possible without tech background and a bachelor degree? यार कुछ तो चाहिए होगा ना tech related so recruiters can see you. Yeah, I will summarize everything at the end. We have uh, reached now. So the first part, the stored cross-site scripting. Before we learn how to discover the cross-site scripting vulnerabilities and utilize them for the various attacks, we must first understand the different types of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities and the difference to know which to use in each kind of attack. The first and the most critical type of cross-site scripting vulnerability is stored cross-site scripting or persistent cross-site scripting is if our injected cross-site script payload gets stored in the backend server and retrieves upon the visiting the page. This means that our persistent attack is persistent and may affect any user that visited the page. So simply understand in this way, if your cross-site script gets stored in the like database part, so when that database part will reload, it will have same payload in it, and for every user, it will show that thing. That is stored cross-site scripting attack. That makes this types of cross-site most critical. Like these are the most nightmare for the user. Furthermore, stored cross-site scripting may not be easily removable. This thing is like changing the whole code. So these days, the vibe coders, vibe coders, they go to ChatGPT, make this website. ChatGPT doesn't care about security. It will create the prototype. The person will put something like this GitHub repo, and create a very loose point. So that's how easily these vulnerabilities works. Okay. So we can start the server below to view and practice the stored cross-site scripting example. As we can see, the web page is to do a simple to-do list part test. As we can see, our input was displayed on the page. If no sanitization or filtering was applied to our input, the page might be vulnerable to cross-site scripting. Like we type the test part and it go and it shows here. So our input were displayed on the page. If no sanitizer or filtering was applied to our input, the page might be vulnerable to cross-site scripting. So this is a simple alert to check. We'll open the script. This is the code. Like in HTML, it will load into HTML. Na? The things will be loaded into HTML. And in HTML, to use the JavaScript, we have to use the script tag and put the JavaScript code here. Like Windows.origin is the function in JavaScript which will tell like the Windows version which they are using. So we use this payload very easy to spot the method to know when our cross-site scripting payload has been successfully executed. Suppose the page allows any input or does not perform any sanitization on it. In that case, the alert should pop up on the screen. Like it will pop up with the URL on the page. It will being executed on directly after we input our payload or when we finish the page. So, am I clear till now? Am I clear till now? I will do the practical part. Am I clear till now? Sachin. As we can see, we did not need alert, which means the page is vulnerable to cross-site scripting. Since our payload executed successfully, we can we can confirm there is a further by looking into page by clicking or right clicking the selecting VPS source and we leave it. So dev tag. This is some the payload that we're gonna do. As some modern browsers may block the alert. Generally, these types of things might be blocked by the alert. JavaScript function is specific location. It may handy to know where the other basic cross-site scripting to verify. Like sometimes the alert can be JavaScript. This is a JavaScript function, so might be blocked by the web browser. So another things to a cross-site scripting payload to verify the existence of the cross-site scripting. One such cross-site scripting payload is a plain text, which will stop rendering the HTML code that comes after it and display it as a plain text. Another easy way to support is script print, like print works function also work. That will pop up the browser's dialog, which is unlikely to be blocked by any browser. Try using these payloads to see whether each of things works. You may reset the button to remove the current payload. So what you will say, should I do it? There is no weapon file now. Let's do it. So to get the flag, use the same payload. I will change the JavaScript code to show cookies instead of showing URL. Okay. I think, yeah. So first things we have to consider upon it now. Like let's do with the practical part. Let's check even it is vulnerable to cross-site scripting or not. So what we'll see, we will simply some write random words and we'll see what it works. So it did X. It shows the things that might be. It is a JavaScript part. So let's see if it works or not. Dot origin. हाँ यार हम सीधे कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं करते एरर्स ही खत्म कर देंगे ओह सॉरी oh so yeah it's like showing us yeah we get this thing out so it works nice. So if we simply put that thing here, it will like should work, I think. It created the alert. Okay. So let's do the some other things. Like let's go for this and see if it works. Yeah, it also works. So these things are no. Okay. So let's check for the another things that they have told. To get the user flag, use the same payload as we used above, and but change it JavaScript like which payload they have used, like this payload. So their JavaScript code should be changed, like this should be used, and the JavaScript code dot this JavaScript code should be changed to uh, Java cookie instead of showing the URL. Hint, let's see, document.cookie. That's the what thing is. Okay, we will do it. So this is the JavaScript code document.cookie. Okay, so we will use this payload like they have given to us. There are many payloads. You have to manually check or you will say which is working or not. So we simply put that payload. Everyone can do it. Servers works very well. No issues. So we will put it is my the thing is it is blocking. I don't know why, but it's blocking the my browser is blocking the thing, I think. If I run it brave now, it will work. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I told na. This is the cookie. I was saying why it is not working like it should work now here also. Yeah. Yes, I think you should see it. So leave it. Okay, I didn't copy that flag too. So we'll do it again. Like let's go for the window version thing. That's why it, like my browser was blocking it. I have set the security to the peak. Okay. And HTTP phase. Yes, I think it's okay. So let's go with this part. We will also check it once again. Okay. So yeah, it's working. Let's check for the main vulnerability. So we put it like for all those people who doesn't know, this is a payload, a famous payload which can be taken from GitHub. You can easily check the sites which give the free payloads. So we will use that JavaScript code here, like in the script tag. Yeah, this is the flag. Cookie is equals to HTTP. This part. So that's our cross-site scripting works. Yeah, congratulations. So that's a little bit like everyone should work on it. Like I will give you the website link to all. So this is the website link where you can work on it. Oh, okay, okay. I forgot the attendance. I will share it in 5 minutes. Okay, and the payload that will work is this. I will also give you. Don't worry. Windows is in div. This one, no? No. Yeah. Sorry, sorry. So this is the payload that will work. Everyone should the practical itself. Yeah, attendance is. It's just a minute. I am sharing that attendance. I have to remove the screen. Attendance कितने हैं तो? WhatsApp. Can't open this link. Why am I not able to open the link? Put it in the browser. This part. Okay. Oh, okay. I will wait for some time. I will show how to open that link. Arey, yeah, you have to copy that thing, not like this is a port and leave it. I will show everyone. Yeah, copy the link, copy that port and the IP and the port, put in the you browser part and click OK. It's open. Can't copy. I think I should take the baby page. So I've shared the attendance. I will not share it again. Okay. So attendance is being shared. So to it's zeroed when putting the payload. Yeah, click enter 2-3 times because the div tag works in this way. You can't copy from one comment here. यार कर सकते हो यार मेरे हिसाब से तो कर लेना चाहिए ऐसे होना चाहिए अनुराग वर्मा so any doubt for this session any doubts goodbye guys because today's thing is about to end here Abhin Nandan I don't understand that language can you tell in Hindi attendance link is shared see on your screen yes sir I have doubt what's your doubt please give me a summary rewatch the lecture. And that's I can't explain that things in the one frame. No? Cross-site scripting, input fields, unsanitized input, directly loading into web browser, and we use some common payloads to check to get our information. Okay. When the class end in 5 minutes, class is ending. Sir, will the project will be unguided? It will be guided. Done, sir. Thank you. Okay. Geo, I can't understand what you are saying. It's better if you what you do now. Ask the DevTown support, make some video about it, and give them to DevTown support. Then I will see that. Okay. Welcome, Parth. Thank you. Malum. Summarize it in short. I am summarizing it in short. We saw the input field. We tried to say if it's reflected or pop up or not. We say we think we find out it's a reflective X across the scripting. So what is the use of document cookie to get the cookie? Done, sir. So we saw that the input field is not sanitized properly. So we did it. What we have to do, we put some malicious code and get the info out of it. So thank you. Welcome, Anushka. Thanks for the feedback. I just care about the feedbacks. We want PDF, I will give PDF, Ishan. Ishan, we will give PDF. So please share the website link. Yeah. तो यार मुझसे सभी लोगे कहाँ गई वेबसाइट Oh, I will give the hack the box. Simply search it. You will find it. Leave it. You will find it easily. So goodbye, everyone. Clear, sir. Cookie, you got nice. Goodbye, everyone. Next lecture. Click checking. Survey in the community. It will shared. Everything will be shared in the community. If you have any doubt related to PDF resources, just ask the DevTown support. They will tell you. It was a very nice session with you guys. Bye bye. Thanks for your patience. Hope everyone will go through the cross-site scripting rat channel. They have some awesome payloads for it. You can get it from GitHub. No need to remember it. Bye bye.